Guys, this just in, breaking news. Breaking news, in just a few weeks, I will be in Los Angeles meeting our dear friend Michael Babcock in person for the first time. Michael Babcock at TMZ, I cannot wait to meet you in person.
I can't wait either. I'm so excited, Jeremy.
We are
so
going...
excited. Hey, Kelly, I missed you. Welcome back.
Thank you so much. It's been 2 weeks since I've seen you.
You know what? It feels like longer, though.
It does feel like longer.
It does.
Yeah, it's been a while, but good to see you today. So.
By the way, Warren Harvey, because we're going to tear TMZ up when I get there, just so you know. It's going to be a party.
You're going to end up on the front cover of Inquirer or something.
Well, first of all, it's going to be exciting to see you in person, but you got a lot of great stories in the headlines, including, you know, Travis Scott. I mean, a lot is happening with him.
There are a lot, yeah. So his girlfriend and the mother of his other child, Stormy, is very close to giving birth, and she had a baby shower to celebrate. Now it wasn't you know, this huge affair with hundreds and hundreds of people. It was small. It was intimate. It was thrown by her sister Khloe Kardashian at Khloe's new house. I don't know, Jeremy Kelly, if we talked about this, but Khloe and Kris, her mom, built these really beautiful mansions right next door to each other, and that's actually the house. Khloe's house is where the party happened, and again, it was pretty small. You're talking about, you know, her sister's kids, so nieces and nephews, a few close friends, but a relatively small gathering, you know, compared to how famous she is and how many friends she has. But they kept it small. It's been a difficult time, obviously, for her family with everything that's happening with Travis Scott. So at least you know, over the weekend, a moment to celebrate.
Yeah, that's good.
Are still legal troubles though looming, I'm assuming?
Oh, many, Jeremy. I mean, there are literally not millions, billions of dollars in lawsuits from the Astro world. So, look, that doesn't mean that Travis is going to have to pay that. I mean, he doesn't even have that money, as wealthy as he is. It doesn't mean he's going to lose, but at least right now he has many lawsuits and you know, a lot of money on the line.
That would have to stress you out, wouldn't it?
I would think so.
I would think so. And not only that, but this is somebody who was always beloved. He had a really close connection to his fans. You would see it when Travis would come out with like a pair of Nikes that he designed, you know, with the company. And these things would sell for exorbitant prices, and people loved him. And now a lot of that, at least for right now, is faded. And so I think, yeah, monetarily it's got to be difficult. And just from a standpoint of he had all these fans that have now said, hey, we're not messing with you anymore. So yeah, it's got to be a difficult time for them.
Yeah, that is.
All right.
Okay.
By the way, too, OJ is free. What now?
So this is crazy. I mean, you remember OJ served 9 years in prison starting in 2008, not for any murder, but it was that armed robbery in Vegas. Remember, he believed some people had his memorabilia, believed it had been stolen from him. So what does OJ do? They grab a weapon, grab some buddies, and they bust into this hotel room. And originally got sentenced to 33 years in prison. So you just do the math. That was in 2007. The crime happened. 2008, he goes to court. I mean, he would still be in prison, and he'd be there for a long time. So he got a pretty sweet deal here. Was released from prison a few years ago, was on parole in Nevada, and now is done. It was supposed to end in February. Good behavior, got off a couple months early, and now is a completely free man, absolutely 100% free, no strings attached, no parole, no probation, no nothing like that.
What a crazy life he's had, right?
It is. I'm curious about, too, and I'm sure Kelly is, too, I wonder how his kids are doing, the two kids he had with Nicole Brown.
Right.
How they're doing, what they believe, what their life is like, you know?
Right. I mean, it's got to be incredible. I mean, just to think of, if you were to, even if you suspected that one of your parents harmed the other, and in this case, it's obviously, it's probably the biggest criminal trial of the last 100 years. It has to be difficult for them. Yeah. It has to be.
Oh, those poor
I just
kids.
think that's weird. I mean, that it's kind of like karma that he ended up going to jail for something different. Because
right. I know, and I think a lot of people feel like that, Kelly.
Yeah, and a lot of people felt like he was guilty the first time. And people have done even worse things than that. That's not condoning what he did. But people have gotten off on bigger crimes than that.
Absolutely. Especially when he initially got 33 years.
Right.
That's right. You have
my advice to OJ now is to quietly fade to the background.
Oh.
Stay out of trouble. Don't live in Hollywood or LA. Move to Montana to a ranch and just live out your life.
That's going to be interesting to see where he goes, Jeremy, because he had to stay in essentially in Las Vegas where he was living. Now the world's his oyster. He can go wherever he wants to go now. If he wants to leave the country, I imagine that he has a passport. He can leave the country. He can certainly live in any state that he wants to. So it'll be interesting to see if he did come back here to L.A., how he'd be received. I mean, this was a guy who was, in the 90s, it was, kind of like the king of the city in many ways. And I don't think that would be the case anymore.
Oh, wow.
I don't see him as somebody that wants to fade into the wall. I don't.
Neither do I. No, I don't either, Kelly. I mean, even if you look at his social media, anytime there's a big story, he weighs in right away on, making these videos from the golf course. So yeah, he is certainly not laid back up to
Here's
this
the thing.
point.
Didn't he write that book called If I Did It?
Of course he did.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. This guy does not know how to stop.
Oh, man. Things maybe just be getting started.
Yeah, So when I think of that, you think of that book, and then you think of the Nicole Brown's family and Ron Goldman's family. You feel for them.
Yeah, you do, definitely.
Anyway, I do want to wrap up with Kelly's favorite.
I was going to say.
Flavor Flav.
Flavor Flav,
Oh.
Kelly loves him.
So this was scary for Flav, man. I'm glad he's okay. So Flavor Flav was driving to Vegas, a little Vegas trip, and he's. I don't know if you guys have made that trip, but that points.
I have driven that
really
actually.
steep mountains, right? He's like cliffs, these rock walls. Well, anyway, it was raining the other day, Tuesday, and the rain apparently caused a large boulder to dislodge and actually fall. It didn't just fall and almost hit Flavor Flav's car. It actually hit his car, and it did a lot of damage. I don't know if you've seen these photographs. We have them on our website, but the car took a good amount of damage, and he's okay physically, but he's shaken up mentally, as you'd expect. And he really believes, if this thing had hit, a couple feet over the other way, that he actually could have died in this accident. So a scary moment for Flav, but thankfully he is okay.
That is good that he's okay. But man, what a freak accident, really.
Terrible.
Right. Imagine you're driving and a boulder. What are the chances that happens and a boulder actually hits your car?
Michael, have you seen those movies, Final Destination?
I have.
See, that reminds me of that kind of scenario. When I'm driving on the highway and I see a truck full of logs, I'm like thinking of that movie, like, what if that happened?
Steer clear.
I mean, that's where my mind goes.
I know.
And that actually happened to him.
It's like, if anything's going to happen, it's going to happen to me.
I don't go tanning anymore because of those movies.
It's terrifying, Michael. It's terrifying. Well, glad he's okay. Kelly actually has a giant clock necklace that she likes to wear.
Don't make me clock you, Jerry.
All right?
It's a great look.
So, Michael, we're off next week, so we won't get to talk to you next week.
You're off
for the
next week,
holiday.
so then that's Christmas, right?
Yeah, Christmas week, we're off next week. But we'll see you in a couple weeks, and we love you so much.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Merry
I'll see you next week. And I will see you soon, Jeremy.
Yes, happy holidays. Tell everybody at
Tell
TMZ we
Ginny
love
hello.
them.
Well, I will tell everyone. Thanks, you guys.
Okay,
All
bye,
right,
guys.
good to see you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. All right, TMZ weekdays at 5 p.m. and TMZ Live weekdays at 2 p.m. Always great to talk to him. All right, we'll be back with some really delicious food. Can you smell it?
I can. I see the steam.
Yeah, we'll be back.
I'm going to drink that whole thing. How much is alcohol?